guys, welcome back on the series of entrepreneurship. This is the last part 4 on this topic, so do well to listen. Now we're looking at resources and financing. Entrepreneurial resources. An entrepreneurial resource is any company-owned asset that has economic value, creating capabilities. Economic value, creating both tangible and intangible sources, are considered as entrepreneurial resources. Their economic value is generating activities or services through mobilization by entrepreneurs. Entrepreneurial resources can be divided into 2 fundamental categories: tangible and intangible resources. Tangible resources are material resources such as equipment, building, furniture, land, vehicle, machinery, stock, cash, bond, and inventory that has a physical form and can be quantified. On the contrary, intangible resources are non-physical or more challenging to identify and evaluate, and they possess more value, creating capacity such as human resources, including skills and experience in a particular field, organizational structure of the company, brand name, reputation, entrepreneurial networks that contribute to promotion and financial support, know-how, intellectual property including both copyright, trademark and patent, bootstrapping, contextual background. At least early on, entrepreneurs often bootstrap finance their startup rather than seeking external investors from the start. One of the reasons that some entrepreneurs prefer to bootstrap is that obtaining equity requires the entrepreneur to provide ownership shares to the investors. If the startup becomes successful later on, these early equity financing deals could provide a windfall for the investors and a huge loss for the entrepreneur. If investors have a significant stake in the company, they may as well be able to exert influence on company strategy, chief executive officer's choice and other important decisions. This is often problematic since the investor and the founder might have different incentives regarding the long-term loan of the company. An investor will generally aim for a profitable exit and therefore promote a high valuation sale of the company or IPO to sell their shares, whereas the entrepreneur might have philanthropic intentions as their main driving force. Soft values like this might not go well with the short-term pressure on yearly and quarterly profits that publicly traded companies often experience from their owners. Common definition. One consensus definition of bootstrapping sees it as a collection of methods used to minimize the amount of outside debt and equity financing needed from bank and investor. Related methodology. Bootstrapping methods include owner financing, including savings, personal loans and credit card debt. Working capital management that minimizes accounts receivable. Joint use such as reducing overhead by co-working or using independent contractors. Increasing accounts repayable by delaying payments or leasing rather than buying equipment. Lean manufacturing strategies such as minimizing inventory and lean startup to reduce product development costs. Subsidy finance. Additional financing. Many businesses need more capital than can be provided by the owners themselves. In this case, a range of options is available, including a wide variety of public or private equity, debt and grants. Private equity options include startup accelerators, angel investors, venture capital investors, equity crowdfunding, hedge funds. Debt options open to entrepreneurs include loans from banks, specialized financial companies such as credit card companies and economic development organizations. Line of credit also from banks and specialized financial companies. Microcredit, also known as microloans, merchant cash advance, revenue-based financing. Grant options open to entrepreneurs include equity-free accelerations, business plan pitch competitions for college entrepreneurs and others, small business innovation research grants from the US government. Effects of taxes. Entrepreneurs are faced with liquidity constraints and often lack the necessary credit needed to borrow large amounts of money to finance their venture. Because of this, many studies have been done on the effects of taxes on entrepreneurs. The study falls into two camps. The first camp finds that taxes help, and the second argues that taxes hurt entrepreneurship. Kasure Asame found that corporate taxes create an incentive to become an entrepreneur to avoid double taxation. Donald Bruce and John Dexkins found literature suggesting that a higher corporate tax rate may reduce a state's shares of entrepreneurs. They also found that states with an inheritance or estate tax tend to have lower entrepreneurship rates when using a tax-based measure. However, another study found that states with a more progressive personal income tax have a higher percentage of sole proprietorship in their workforce. Ultimately, many studies find that the effect of taxes on the probability of becoming an entrepreneur is small. Donald Bruce and Mohammed Mohsin found that it would take a 50 percentage point drop in the top tax rates to produce a 1% change in entrepreneurial activity. Predictors of success. Factors that may predict entrepreneurial success include the following. Methods. Establishing strategies for the firm, including growth and survival strategies. Maintaining the human resources, recruiting and retaining talented employees and executives. Ensuring the availability of required material, e.g. raw resources used in manufacturing computer chip. Ensuring that the firm has one or more unique competitive advantage. Ensuring good organizational design, sound governance and organizational coordination. Congruency with the culture of a society. Market, business to business or business to customer models can be used. High growth market, target customers or markets that are untapped or missed by others. Industry, growing industry, high technological impact on the industry, high capital intensity, small average incumbent firm size. Team, large gender diverse and racially diverse team with a range of talents rather than an individual entrepreneur. Graduate degrees, management experiences prior to start-up, work experience in the start-up industry, employment full-time prior to new venture as opposed to unemployed, prior entrepreneurial experience, full-time involvement in the new venture, motivated by a range of goals, not just profit, number and diversity of team members, social ties and breadth of their business network. Company written business plan focus on the unified connected product line or service line. Competition based on a dimension other than the price. Early frequent intent and well-targeted marketing, tight financial controls, sufficient start-up and growth capital, corporation model and sole proprietorship. status. Wealth can enable an entrepreneur to cover startup costs and deal with cash flow challenges. Dominant race, ethnicity, or gender in a socially stratified culture. Wow, this has been an interesting topic so far. So this is the final part on the series of entrepreneurship. The next topic will be on packaging. Thank you all for listening. I hope you all find this topic interesting, and I hope I'll see you in my next topic. Bye.